Good evening, friends. Today, I'm going to discuss with some different cases, special cases, with the vectors and the resultant connection. So I'm CV Sharma back with another video today, and then there's a continuation of the vectors and scalars. Now, this is the vector. So the special case. What are the special cases? Some special cases about the only formula. This is what the formula you had to remember. R is equal to square root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. So if you remember this formula, all these questions can be done very, very easily. Now let us put the case one. What is the case one? If p bar and q bar are in the same direction, it means the angle theta happens to be 0. So theta equal to 0, let us substitute here. And then remember that the value of cos 0 is 1. So when you do that, you get the scenario that it is cos 0 is 1, right? So you get this cos 0, you make it 1. Then what is here? P square plus q square plus 2pq. So it is like a square plus b square plus 2ab. So that is a plus b whole square. Here p plus q whole square. And square and root gets cancelled out. Okay, they are inverse effects, so they cancel out. So what you get is p plus q. So very simple. So they add up simply. If the vectors are in the same direction, they will add up. That is a simple thing, funda. So in the case of resultant, in this case, the maximum resultant will be maximum. Why? Because the alpha is 0. Alpha becomes 0 because q sine theta. What is the angle the resultant is? So alpha is nothing but tan inverse of q sine theta divided by p plus q cos theta. I just told you in the you might have gone through the previous video. In that it's there. So it is q sine theta divided by p plus q cos theta. Using this formula, substitute theta equal to 0, you get the alpha equal to 0. Alpha equal to 0 refers to the scenario where the vectors are like this, no? This is my alpha. This is the alpha. Now alpha goes to 0 refers to this vector is falling on this p bar itself. So when the vectors are added together, when the vectors are in the same direction, you get the maximum resultant. So that is possible with the angle alpha equal to 0. That's what it says. Alpha equal to 0 says that. I hope you got this. The scenario what they're talking about is like this. Both the vectors are in the same direction. Theta equal to 0. And your resultant will not make any angle with any of the vectors. So the resultant vector r bar is a bar plus b bar, as well as you have the modulus of the resultant is simply the sum of the moduli, right? So that's how the sum of the modulus of the vectors. So r is equal to a plus b. This is the part 1. Next, let us say case 2. Now the case 2 is when p bar and q bar are perpendicular to each other. What happens? Now the scenario, let's work out the scenario very analytically. So scenario is like this is one vector. The next one is this is another vector, right? Two vectors are like this. They are perpendicular to each other, and this resultant becomes the hypotenuse. So if the resultant is hypotenuse, that is r is equal to square root of a square plus b square. This is how you get, right? If this vector is a, this vector is having the magnitudes a and b, then r is equal to square root of a square plus b square, as simple as that. So you get square root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos 90. Cos 90 is anyway 0. That's how you get square root of p square plus q square. So this entire term goes to 0 because cos 90 is 0. 0 into something is 0. So that's how you get square root of p square plus q square. But anyway, you can see this. If the vectors are having 90 degrees, okay, if the vectors are at 90 degrees, this is what happens. The resultant of the vectors will be like this. Fine. And what is tan alpha? That is q by p. Alpha is equal to tan inverse of q by p. So this is q and this is p. This is how we consider. So this happens to be like p square plus q square. I hope you got this idea. And tan inverse of q by p. Q is this and p is this. Fine. So here p, while writing this q by p, it refers to the magnitudes of the vectors. Please understand that. That is the phenomenon. and some other special cases where case one where P bar and Q bar are in the same direction, it has the angle 0, then it simply is P plus Q. And if the resultant vector will not resultant is maximum, and the angle the resultant makes with the vector P bar happens to be 0. Next, P bar and Q bar are perpendicular to each other. This is what you get. And next is when P bar and Q bar in the opposite direction, it means that theta is pi. So the what is cosine of pi? Cos pi happens to be -1. That is 180 degrees. That means I was talking about the anti-parallel situation. This is what is anti-parallel. So P bar is this way and Q bar is exactly opposite to that. And then the angle happens to be 180 degrees. So cos 180 happens to be -1. So when you put that P square plus Q square minus 2PQ, cos pi value is -1. You substitute over here. So you get P square plus Q square minus 2PQ. That happens to be square root of P minus Q whole square, which happens to be P minus Q. And what will be the angle this resultant vector will make with the vector P bar is given by tan alpha. That gives the direction of the resultant. Okay, that gives the direction of the resultant. Direction of the resultant tan alpha happens to be Q sin pi divided by P plus Q cos pi. That is again 0. Right. So what does it mean? It means something that the resultant will be towards the vector which is having the maximum magnitude. So it's something like that. Resultant will be towards the vector. So I'll write that statement. Resultant. It means that here this situation means that resultant will be in the direction of the vector, in the direction of the vector which has maximum magnitude out of P bar and Q bar. You consider which if Q bar is having maximum magnitude compared to that of P bar, you will get the resultant in direction of Q bar. If it is the magnitude of P bar is more than of Q bar, then the resultant is more towards the P bar. So it's that way. I hope you got this idea. Now let us move on further. So the next one is the vectors are of same magnitude. When you have a situation that the vectors are of same magnitude, what will happen? Then the modulus of the P bar is equal to Q bar, and then which happens, then you have P square plus P square and 2P square cos theta. So I get a situation of an isosceles triangle. So that's what we are talking about. If at all you have a situation of an isosceles triangle, so the vectors may be different. They might be making a different angle with respect to x-axis. So the vectors may be different. But the thing is, the scenario is that they are having equal magnitude. Okay. So is it possible? Yes, I'll give you an example. Let us say P bar is 2i cap plus 3j cap. There's one vector. And if I write 3i cap minus 2j cap, if I take these two vectors, both these vectors have the same magnitude. Both the vectors are having same magnitude. So if you can check this. So mod P bar happens to be square root of 2 square plus 3 square. That is nothing but root 13 units. And mod Q bar happens to be again square root of P square root of x square plus y square. This is what you have to do. 3 square plus 2 square. Once again, that's again root 13 units. So both the cases, the magnitudes are same, but the direction of the vectors, they may be different. It doesn't matter. Now, if such situation happens, how the resultant behaves, that's the very idea. And now it says that the head of the vector, I would say that tails of the vectors are matching like this. Let us say they make an angle theta like this. And now how does the resultant will behave? Resultant, to find the resultant, we'll write these this P bar and Q bar, they have the same magnitude, let us say P. And now plug in that in the expression for the resultant of the vector, square root of P square plus Q square plus 2PQ cos theta. When you plug in, you get P square plus 2P square cos theta. And now 2P square when you take common, that is becomes 1 plus cos theta. We have trigonometric identity. 1 plus cos theta happens to be 2 cos square theta by 2. So this is a trigonometric identity which you have to know. So once you plug in that over here, you get 4P square cos square theta by 2. Everything is a square term, so you get the square root as 2P cos theta by 2. Okay, this is what we got. And I hope you got how we get the 2P cos theta by 2. And after that, you find what is tan alpha. Tan alpha is P sin theta by P plus P cos theta. So P you take common, you get sin theta by. So I'll do this little bit of exercise. So tan alpha, if I do, tan alpha happens to be like P sin theta divided by P plus Q cos theta. Instead of Q, we get again P cos theta, right? So this happens to be, if I remove P into sin theta divided by P into 1 plus cos theta is what I have. And PP can be cancelled out. And now sin theta can be written as 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. Cos theta by 2. And 1 plus cos theta can be written as 2 cos square theta by 2, which is depicted here. 2 cos square theta by 2. Right? 2 cos square theta by 2. And sin theta is 2 sin theta by 2 cos theta by 2. And now this 2 gets cancelled. And then 1 cos theta, 1 cos theta by 2. 1 cos theta by 2 and 1 cos theta by 2 are cancelled. Sin theta by 2 by cos theta by 2, that becomes tan theta by 2. This is what you have. So what I did was 2 gets cancelled here. And for 1 cos theta by 2, 1 cos theta by 2 gone. So sin theta by 2 cos by divided by cos theta by 2 is remaining. So what you get is tan theta by 2. Okay. And now after that, what you have is you got the scenario that tan alpha is equal to tan theta by 2. So alpha happens to be theta by 2. So that's the important result. When the vectors are having the same magnitude, the resultant will bisect the angle. Okay, that is the idea. If two vectors, this is the basic idea. If the two vectors are of equal magnitude, then the resultant of the two equal vectors bisects the angle between them. So this can be like a proof, can be like this. A proof can be asked in your school examinations or something. So it's pretty important and pretty useful also. This result is pretty useful also. It just bisects the resultant vector, just bisects the angle between the vectors if at all the vectors are of equal magnitude. So this is the idea, take home idea. And that's it for this video. And thank you all. Thanks for watching the video. And I wish you like, subscribe, and then share this video among with your friends and make this channel a big success. And thank you all for watching this video. Thank you.